Hey there, can you beat Pokemon Sword with only a single Kubfu? This is what I had set out to find out and ended up spending way more time than I should have. If you end up watching this and enjoying the video, it would mean a lot to me if you drop a like and comment, as this triggers the YouTube algorithm to help get my video out to a larger audience. So a few things I need to mention before we get going. I had originally planned this video with a single Dreepy, so the challenge was supposed to be with a single Dreepy, and I got as far as beating the first gym before the Isle of Armor DLC was released. That is when I first laid my eyes on this adorable little teddy bear looking Pokemon, Kubfu. His eyes were calling out to me, and just like that I sat Dreepy down and I was like, listen, it's not you, it's me. I just need some time to figure things out, and I gave Dreepy the old dumperoo. Just kidding. I love the shiny Dreepy of mine. It was the first shiny I hatched in the game, and it took about 600 eggs. So I switched out Dreepy and will continue with Kubfu after the first gym. And one more thing guys, my computer decided to crash on me and I lost all my footage against Gym Leader Kabu. I promise you guys, I defeated him pretty easily. If you don't trust me, you can ask Kabu yourself. Legend has it, he's somewhere crying in a cave in the Isle of Armor, embarrassed by the fact he got beat by a kid and his bedtime teddy bear. I unfortunately forgot to give Kubfu a nickname on this run. Leave a comment below on some good nicknames for Kubfu, and I will trade over this Kubfu to the best comment, the best nickname in the comments below. Okay, so let's go over the rules. So the first rule is, I can only use my Kubfu in battle other than when double battles are needed. I cannot use any items other than held items. I cannot do any cheats or glitches. And most importantly, make sure to have fun. So like I mentioned guys, I originally started with Dreepy but switched over to Kubfu. So I'm going to save you guys all the time and just start at the second gym leader, Nessa. Going into my battle, my Kubfu was level 21 and was holding the item leftover. The leftover item was crucial as it helps me heal some health every turn, which is crucial when I have only one Pokemon. My Kubfu knows the moves Rock Smash, Aerial Ace, Endower, and Headbutt. Okay, so my first attempt, I defeat her first Pokemon after a few Rock Smashes. Then she brings out Arrokuda. I decide to Dynamax and use Max Knuckle. This way, I get a bit of an attack boost going into a deadly Dreadnought, which scares me guys. So I go for another Max Knuckle, and how in the world did Mr. Turtleman outspeed me? You gotta be kidding me. My Max Knuckle barely even does half-life, and then next turn I end up losing. Attempt number 2. I make my way back to the Dreadnought, and this time I had no Dynamax. I got one shot and I end up losing. Well, they do say third time's a charm guys. So I start off with headbutting Gordy, and yes, I get a flinch. You don't understand how important this flinch is guys. I get to save my HP and not take any damage, which is super important here. I go for another headbutt and another flinch guys, and oh my god, the Poke Gods are looking over me. I finish off Gordy with one more headbutt and move on to our next Pokemon. Mr. Tuna Man here takes another one of my headbutts. I finish off with a 5-knuckle sandwich. So we are down to King Kong versus Godzilla. I get hit by a Max Geyser for some serious damage, and it isn't looking good. I hit Dreadnought with a Max Knuckle for almost half HP. Dreadnought goes for another Max Geyser and I survive just barely. Thank you Kubfu. And I just end up winning with one more Max Knuckle to seal the deal. Phew! What a rough start to the challenge. I get my second gym and get on my way. Next I go to the mines and run into Beatty. Time to show him who's boss around this region. I make easy work of his first Pokemon, only to get absolutely destroyed by our second Pokemon. I guess he's the boss, for now. I went and trained Kubfu to level him up a bit and came back to fight Beatty again, and guess what? Yeah, he destroys me again with the same Pokemon. Okay, now this is getting stressful. I need to train Kubfu more so I can just one-shot the Godzilla. So I sent Kubfu to train with the Kung Fu Panda himself, Mr. Po. And then I come back at level 39, and I also got a new trick up my sleeve, the move Iron Head. I'm able to finally one-hit that Godzilla. I end up one-hitting the rest of his team as well. Yeah, that's right, I'm still the boss around here. Next, I run into Team Yell, and me and Hop absolutely destroyed him. After this is where my PC crashed and I lost footage with my battle against Marnie and the gym leader Kabu. From what I remember guys, this was not too hard of a battle. Before I can make my way to the next gym, Hop decides to stop me and challenge me to a battle. Since he stood like a wall in my way, I quickly break through his entire team until his reboot came out and I was able to 2-hit it with an aerial ace. Okay, now time to challenge Bia, or is it B? Let me know how you guys pronounce her name. I swear I watched the new anime episode with her and I don't remember. Anyways, I entered the battle with only half HP after battling the gym trainers, and by the time I was able to defeat her Hypnotop, I was already done. Her Pangirl comes out and says, "Who's your daddy?" and beats the daylight out of me. So I go again with full HP this time. I 2-hit her Hypnotop with aerial ace, and then Pangirl comes out saying, "Kubfu, I am your father." This time, Kubfu was not having it and breaks and knocks up Pangirl. Next, I decide to Dynamax and take out Surf Edge. Now her last Pokemon, I go for Max Airstream and her Machamp survives, and I just go back to regular size. Luckily I'm able to outspeed the Machamp and win my 4th gym badge, and then I progress through the story and run into BD again. I'm not kidding you guys, BD brings more fear to me than these gym leaders so far. His team absolutely destroys my Kubfu, and I go into battle knowing, well, this could be a loss for me. I go to his 3rd Pokemon and get knocked out by his Hatchrim. At this point, I decide to go to sleep and take a break from the game. The next day, I decided to train up my Kubfu a bit more before I challenged BD. Through a few lucky flinches, I was able to defeat BD and I'm glad I'm done with this battle. Next, I make my way to the next gym leader, which is Opal. What a beauty guys. Nessa has nothing on her. First battle, I take out her Weezing with 2 Iron Heads and took no damage thanks to a flinch. Her Togekiss ends up doing massive damage to me, but I'm able to defeat it. And her Mawa was ate by Kubfu for dinner. What is left now? Desserts. Opal sends out some cake, and Kubfu can't wait to have some. I go for a Max Steel Spike, since I should outspeed Alchemy, and oh my god, Kubfu is too full and can't finish his cake. Ends up losing. Dang it guys, we were so close. So I go back this time and start the battle with a bulk up to increase my attack and defense. I make easy work of all her Pokemon and go back to her final Pokemon. This time, thanks to my bulk up, I'm able to eat the cake with 1 bite. There we go, I just defeated another gym leader guys, and things are looking good. I do some more storyline, and our good old friend Hop has some new Pokemon wants to battle us again. Me not paying attention, Chevenant is a ghost type. I go for a fighting move which doesn't affect Chevenant. In all honesty, I was playing and watching some One Punch Man on my other screen, which is why I messed up. I finished him off with an aerial ace, and Hop brings out the big guns and goes straight to his Cinderace, and I end up losing to him. So I need a new strategy here guys. Guess what, back to my bulk up strategy. I start the battle and just bulk up 2 times, and then end up just ripping through Hop's team with ease. Now to the next gym leader, Gordy. I start off one-shotting his Pokemon and make easy work of his Tornado too. Next he brings out the almighty Shuckle, and I land a nice critical hit here. I decide to Dynamax here to use a Max Knuckle so I can get an attack buff off from the attack to help with Gordy's final Pokemon, which I'm a bit worried about. I go for a Max Knuckle, and darn it, I'm not able to one-hit his Colossal, but next turn I'm able to knock it out with ease. My little Kubfu is trying to not be so little anymore and showing the world his power. And you know why he got so strong guys? It was thanks to his training with Master Po. Shoutouts Kung Fu Panda. After more story, I can't believe it, Hop wants to battle again, are you kidding me? We just had a battle. Did you even have time to get better? Fed up with Hop's antics, I see he brought his Dubful first. So I bulk up 3 times and go on a brick-breaking rampage against his entire team and defeat him. It was a close one though, due to the hail. It made my leftover pretty much useless as I was not able to heal. On my way to the next gym, Marnie stops by and says, "If you're enjoying this video, make sure you subscribe to Trainer Sin." It's true guys, she really said that. This battle was very easy as I spammed Brick Break on my way to victory. Next gym leader, Lil Wayne is up and we are not allowed to Dynamax in this battle. I prefer that guys, this makes it easier for me. My Kubfu is level 56 and I go for not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 bulk ups as I see his Crafty is barely doing any damage to me, so I took advantage of this. So basically, my Kubfu is on steroids. I hit Scrafty so hard with a brick break that even the Pokemon Center couldn't heal him. And with that, my Kubfu demolished Piers' entire team, and even I had to feel a bit bad about this. Sorry Piers, I didn't mean to be like this. And with that, we got another gym badge. Next, we'll be battling Raihan, which will be double battles, and when I started this challenge, I knew this would most likely be the most hardest gym to beat due to my second Pokemon basically being useless. It was a 2-on-1 battle and my poor Kubfu was going to get jumped for his lunch money. So before I even got to Raihan, I couldn't beat his trainers in the gym. So I had to go back and do some more training and come back. After doing some training, I was able to defeat all the trainers and now I'm able to battle Raihan. I go straight for a brick break on his Gigalith and I was able to one-hit it perfect. And then our poor Woobat gets knocked out by Flygon. Next I go for a brick break on Flygon and it survives. I end up getting paralyzed by Sandaconda and things are starting to look bad, guys. I go for a desperate Dynamax and Flygon uses Breaking Swipe and keeps lowering my attack, which is extremely annoying. I finish off Flygon with a Max Knuckle and Raihan brings out his Duraludon. I go for a Max Knuckle on Sandaconda so I can just be left one-on-one battling his Duraludon, but my attack is so weak Sandaconda survives and I end up losing. Me being stubborn, I go quickly and rush back to rematch and the same results. I end up losing to Duraludon and Sandaconda. Now I had to change my strategy. I was looking through Kubfu's move pools and saw that he could learn the move Ice Punch, which would be perfect against dragons. After doing some research, I found out I can't get Ice Punch until I get to Winden City. So I was back to the drawing boards. I looked at what TMs and TRs I already had and ended up teaching Kubfu Retaliate and Reversal. I went into battle with my hopes high, and I'll save you guys the trouble, I lost again. I had to come up with a better strategy if I wanted to win, so I had to figure out which order I needed to defeat Raihan's Pokemon to give me the chance of winning. So in my next battle against Raihan, I go for a bulk up and hope I don't take much damage from his Pokemon. Only Gigalith hits me for little damage, which is perfect. I one-hit his Flygon before he's able to Breaking Swipe me and lower my attack. Next I know Sandaconda is going to paralyze me, so I know I can't one-shot it as well, so I'm just going to bulk up to get even stronger so I can one-shot him next turn. And to my surprise, Sandaconda uses Protect. What? I have never seen him use Protect, so this is amazing, guys. I was able to get a free bulk up off. So I go ahead and brick break this bagel head looking snake, which has been a pest. Next up, Gigalith gets a special surprise, a Max Knuckle to the face. Now Raihan only has one Pokemon left, and remember what Raihan did to my Woobat? I loaded up all my energy and called upon One Punch Man and All Might to deliver the last final punch to get revenge for our Woobat. Make sure you guys give a huge shout out to Woobat in the comments below, as this run would not be possible without him. Hashtag Team Woobat. With that, I have my final badge. Next I go to heal my Kubfu at the Pokemon Center, and look at that, there's a Pokeball with a birthday cake in the back. And Nurse Joy wishes me happy birthday. Thank you, Nurse Joy. Next I go to Winden for the Championship Cup. My first battle is against Marnie. I start off with a bulk up and follow up with a brick break to one-shot Liepard. Then she brings out her next Pokemon. I go for another bulk up and follow up with a brick break here, since Liepard has used Torment on me and I can't use the same move twice in a row. Next up, her Toxicroak is down after one Iron Head. Then she decides to bring her a bootleg Pikachu to only get one shot again. This battle is going well so far, and she brings out her ace, Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl looks so scary, guys, and he towers over me like a giant. But one thing Marnie does not know is it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. I karate chop Grimmsnarl and absolutely destroy him, bringing him back to my size. With that, I make easy work of Marnie and get one step closer to being champion. Next up, we got Hippity Hop, and I really don't think he learned his lesson. He starts off with his double again. I go for two bulk ups, then one shot him with Brick Break, Corviknight Brick Break, Snorlax Brick Break, Pincheron, you guessed it, Brick Break. Finally, he brings out a Cinderace Dynamax, only to lose to a little teddy bear with a Brick Break. I know Hop must be holding back his tears right now. Then the story portion kicks in and I had to fight Elena. Believe it or not, I lost her 3 times. On the 4th attempt, I go for Iron Head to one-hit her Frostlass. Then her second Pokemon was giving me some big problems, so I go for a bulk up here and take some decent damage. Time to double bulk up and now triple bulk up since I'm feeling really tanky right now. I go for a fourth bulk up just to be confident I can run through her team. And then I just break through her entire team. What is the lesson we have learned here, guys? When all else fails, bulk up and keep bulking up. Is it me or do I sound like some fitness instructor? Back to the Champion Cup against my worst nightmare, BD. I tell you guys, if it wasn't for him, I would have finished this challenge so much faster. I start off with 2 bulk ups and a brick break. His Gardevoir falls to my Iron Head. Things are going smooth so far. I use Iron Head again and one shot his Rapidash. He goes for a Gigantamax with his Hatterini, but is not enough against my Iron Head. Hatterini is knocked out and I send BD packing home, and I can finally breathe and rejoice at the fact that I don't need to battle him anymore. Hallelujah. Next up, Galar's second top model. After Opal, of course, we got Nessa. After 2 bulk ups, I go for a brick break and then follow up with an Iron Head. Golisopod retreats, Pelipper comes out, and I can't one-shot him with my brick break either. And on top of that, it decides to roost and heal up. That is fine though, as we can knock it out with one more brick break. Nessa is looking at me very angry, probably about the comments I made earlier about Opal. And she brings out her Golisopod and heals. After 2 hits, it retreats again. Next up, Barracuda comes out and take it down with ease. Guess who's back? Our good friend Golisopod. So I decided to bulk up 3 times in preparation for Dreadnought. I knock out Sea King with 1 shot and the moment I've been waiting for. Big Turtle Man comes out and I'm ready. I attack him and I actually don't finish him in 1 shot. I accidentally used the wrong move, but it's fine. I finish off the battle and advance to the next round. Next up, we got Bia and her Halucha. You know, I gotta start off with my bulk up. After 3 bulk ups, I just ripped through her entire team, just breaking my way to her G-Max Machamp, which I almost end up one-hitting as well. Bia ends up healing his Machamp, and 2 more hits and Machamp is done. Wow, it's scary how powerful Kubfu has become. Next up we got Raihan, and I have a bone to pick with him. After he defeated me so many times at his gym, I'm gonna get my revenge. I go for 2 bulk ups again, and one shot his first Pokemon. Next up, Turtonator takes a large order of my brick break to his face, and he goes down in 1 shot too. I gotta say, the single battle is so much easier than his doubles at his gym. Gutra goes down in 1 hit too. Next, his Flygon comes out and I swat him away like a fly. Time for Raihan to bring out his ace, a building, which can become an even bigger building. I wonder how many people can live inside this building. I'm curious. I end up one-hitting this Duraludon, and things are looking very sunny as I go to challenge the champion until something goes wrong and I go progress through the story and have to fight the chairman. He is up to no good and we need to stop him. I don't want to take the chairman roles lightly, so I go for 3 bulk ups. And guys, if you don't know, this battle has one of the best background musics. Just listen to it. Since his team is Steel, I just run through his team like I was in the cross-country track team. I didn't put the Internus battle in here, but let me tell you, I probably lost over 5 times in that battle. It was not until I learned the move Ice Punch I was able to defeat him. Now that I'm done saving the world, back to taking care of business with Leon. The moment I have been waiting for since starting this challenge. Leon's first Pokemon Aegislash is very troublesome, as my moveset is very weak against it. I start off with a bulk up as I know Aegislash usually goes for the King Shield, and if I go for an attacking move here I will be screwed over badly. To my surprise, Aegislash goes on the offense and does massive damage to me, and just 2 hits me and destroys me. Leon is not holding back, even if it's against a kid and his teddy bear. I go back in again and do the same plan, hoping his Aegislash will use King Shield and I get a free bulk up. And this time it worked. I go for a second bulk up, but his Aegislash is too fast and hits me with a huge Shadow Ball and follows that up with another attack next round and just beats me. So I can't even beat his first Pokemon. This is very troublesome, guys. I had to come up with a new plan. So I go ahead and teach my Kubfu Fire Punch, so it has a super effective move against Leon's Aegislash. Alright guys, take 3 against Leon. Hey Leon, we meet again. I bulk up only to get smacked in the face by Shadow Ball. Like seriously Aegislash, I swear you always use King Shield when I faced you in the past. What's going on? I end up getting knocked out by a second Shadow Ball. Oh my god guys, me being stubborn as I always am, I go back and rematch Leon. He must be sick of seeing me. I'm starting to feel like Hop. And to save the trouble guys, I lost to him. I lost to him 3 more times, which triggered me to go back and train up and level up Kubfu, as it is clear he's not ready for this battle. After training up and getting Kubfu to level 88, I went back for a rematch. I go for a bulk up, and as I planned, Aegislash uses King Shield. Perfect guys. Here I go for a second bulk up just to be safe. I take some serious damage, but I'm able to one hit the Aegislash with Fire Punch. I take out Hexorus with one Ice Punch. This is good, guys. I have a good spread of type coverage against Leon. Leon brings out his Rhyperior, and I'm able to one hit it with Brick Break. This is going way better than the last few battles. Rillaboom comes out, and he eats one of my Fire Punches, and I can taste victory, guys. Dragapult comes out next and is a very powerful Pokemon. So I want to make sure I'm able to tank his attack with Dynamax. So I end up Dynamaxing and killing his Dragapult. Guys, we made it to Leon's last Pokemon and our health is looking good. I'm feeling really good right now. And I go for Max Hailstorm and I one-shot. Wait, what? No, I don't get it. How in the world did Charizard survive? This has got to be a sick trick, guys. Do you see his HP? Seriously, look at his HP. After he takes hail damage too. Now I'm in a bad situation. He outspeeds me. I go for a max heal and Leon uses max restore. The only chance was for me to land a critical and I didn't. I end up losing again. Man, this one was actually heartbreaking. This was mine to win. Now that I know I can beat Leon, I go once more and start with a bulk up. But I take some massive damage to a flash cannon. I don't even care at this point. I go for another bulk up. And luckily Aegislash used King Shield. I was feeling lucky, so I went for another bulk up. And I do take damage, but I'm super tanky. And then I go for one more bulk up, guys. I'm done playing game, guys. I end up one-shotting all of his Pokemon and made my way to his G-Max Charizard. Here we go. The final battle. His Charizard goes for max Airstream. Thank the Pokegods. I survived with 11 HP. 11 friggin' HP, guys. If I were to get knocked out here, I would have been fully crushed. My Max Hailstorm knocks out his Charizard, and there you have it, guys. We have defeated Champion Leon, and most of all, as annoying as some of the battles were, this challenge was so much fun. It took a lot of hours to complete, but I really enjoyed this challenge, guys. And now I'm wondering, what challenge should I do next? Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. As a small YouTuber, it means a lot to me. If you want to support me grow, it would mean a lot if you would subscribe to my channel. Thanks again, this is Trainer Sin, signing out.